Yeah, Asia Mahari here. Interesting reaction by someone on the video short that I did. Excuse me, called, where is it? BPD, codependency, lack of adulting. Yeah, somebody that protests too much. So, I can find the first comment here, because then they go on and it's like, what? I really don't know where they're coming from, but they're coming from a very defensive place. I think I said at the end of, I'm not sure which short video, that, hey, it's up to people to decide for themselves if what I say matters or not, or needs out, if people need to think about it, right? So this person says, but there's still no denying some people who are mentally ill intentionally inflict injury on their targets whom they prey upon. There's an error for you. There's the victim narrative of somebody who's been abused by a borderline or narcissist. And there's no saying that they haven't done that. Many have done that to people. But so this person is, I guess, it seems, arguing, defending back to my saying that it is both people with BPD, the trauma response known as BPD, and people with the trauma response known as codependency, that in different ways and to different degrees have to look at their own houses, right? Clean their own rooms. Can't just blame the other person incessantly without taking personal responsibility. That's what I'm trying to say to codependents. And this person goes, but there's still no denying some people are mentally ill, intentionally inflict injury on their targets whom they prey upon. That's a victim mentality of a codependent, no matter what happened. And then I responded, that's the narrative that the more you stay in it, the more pain you will continue to experience. I'm not suggesting anyone deny any more than the narcissist are constructed on denial. I'm not suggesting anyone deny any more than the narratives that are already constructed on denial of codependent responsibility once you know what's happening, right? And that you need to get into your own healing recovery process and stop the focus, the constant regurgitating that some people are still stuck doing of what happened to them. That happens in therapy, that happens for a time, totally understandable, but it can block recovery. And then I said there too, do, quote, mentally ill, unquote, people, quote, inflict injury, unquote, on, quote, targets, unquote, they, quote, prey on, unquote, question mark, only, question mark? Is this a race to the bottom of victimhood? Because that's what I would assert that it is. And then Laura Parks, who hasn't commented on my channel for eons, but now feels really like they have to defend their victim narrative, responds back and says, if I could tell you my story, you may better understand, ugh. Seriously? Like, they're taking it personally. Then they think, like, if I know their story, I won't still hold to the values and the philosophy and the understanding of these themes and patterns that I do. Which I'm talking about here this way in these shorter videos to get people to really think. That's all. You don't have to agree with me. But I'm not going to be a YouTuber that just keeps making the same videos over and over and over, pandering to somebody like this, no offense to the commenter, who seems to just want to wham about it. Like, they can't possibly take responsibility for anything that happened to them. I'm not saying that the BPD or NPD isn't still responsible for what they've done. But codependents are up this in the yin-yang. So I just responded back, really, I think I understand quite well the themes and patterns that would no doubt be reflected in your story. I would suggest that your reaction to this video indicates there's more you need to understand about your own story. Think about it if you resonate with the commenter. Specifically that staying, quote, married, unquote, to it the story, the narrative. Like, I'm not saying it's not what happened, but how does staying with that and not moving through it in a healing recovery process help people? It doesn't. Staying married to it is likely blocking your recovery. Your belief that I don't understand and your reference to making it personal to you is evidence that you are very defensive. Ask yourself why. I said to the commenter, please don't tell me what I do and don't understand as pertains to what I spoke about in the previous video, which is not about any one person. Thou doth protest too much. And the thing is, people are in various different places with this. So that's the other thing. But then I'm trying to keep these short, so I got to be short. So another comment here that, I don't know if it's going to stay on the channel, frankly. The same commenter says to the same video, again, more right fighting by a codependent. Thought only borderlines did that. Laura Park says, again, borderlines want to vilify their codependent targets that they groom and train for supply and abuse because they enjoy inflicting pain and domination. Does that help? What do you mean, does that help? Who are you trying to convince of what here? Because this isn't about me. This is coming from you, commenter. And are you kidding me? You have to turn it around because, this, I'm sorry to say, ladies and gentlemen, no, I'm not sorry. Because I'm here to help people. Keeping it real to help you heal. This is an incredible victim narrative onto its own. Borderlines want to vilify their codependent targets. First of all, people with BPD don't target people. They're not the same as narcissists. And people with BPD do not groom people. Sorry. And train, supply, and abuse. Well, what about the codependent's responsibility in that the minute that you understand that you're being abused? And that they enjoy inflicting the pain. That's not people with BPD. Sorry, got it wrong again. They're not the same as narcissists. And domination. You feel dominated by a borderline? That just shows the extent of your codependency. And then you said, does that help? Help who? Help what? Are you kidding me? You're fighting a victim mentality. You're putting him... Laura Parks, your comments to my video... BPD codependent lack of adulting, you're just showing how emotionally mature you are, how reactive you are, how you have to vilify, how you don't seem to take any responsibility for yourself, just going by your comments. Does that help what? Does it help you stay in denial? Does it help you keep blaming them? Does it help you not take responsibility for your own healing recovery? Maybe. I don't know.